happened there, but we are now live.
And we're back.
Today is September 5th, 2018, which signifies, drum roll please, our 3rd wedding anniversary. So here we are.
We did it.
We're still standing after all of this time. We're driving,
sitting.
so I feel like this is a perfect time to do a live video, because like, I just want you to focus on the road, honey. You can.
I'm integrating.
You're integrating.
I'm listening.
Hi there. I see a couple of you guys pouring in. It's nice to see. Thank you for all of the anniversary wishes on Instagram. If you don't follow us over there, I have a really fun story, so make sure to go watch my Instagram story.
And watch my live broadcast. I did a little special video that I wrote based on a song that I wrote for them on their wedding day.
He sang a song called Haven in a Heartless World on our wedding day. So we did a music video to it, and if you go to his story, then you can see that over there. But we wanted to jump on today. I feel like today is a good day to talk about some of the stuff that we've learned. We're kind of known for being provocateurs. We kind of like to tell it all, share the mess and the message, you know what I mean?
She knows.
Marriage is not for the faint of heart.
Not for the selfish.
Not for the selfish, we came to find out. We didn't stand a chance staying selfish. Say that 3 times fast. Or what? Say that 3 times fast.
Staying selfish.
We didn't stand a chance staying selfish. That's a lot of
Put that on a
words.
t-shirt.
Seriously. But we wanted to jump on. I was like, honey, as we're driving, we're heading to some really exciting meetings.
Oh, you have no idea.
Yeah, things
Don't
are all
even tell
happening.
them.
When I'm not
Don't tell them.
very present here, you guys just trust that I'm always working on something behind the scenes. So there are seasons for everything, and I'm learning this balance and recognizing that some things require a little bit more of my energy during this season, and one of them was you. And it required a little bit more focus and attention, and then once that happened, it says in the Bible that seek me first and everything will be added. So
this year project required the full spectrum of the boho bandits.
Yeah, this required both of us just to be in alignment too.
Yes.
Just being in alignment. So we wanted to share with you guys a couple things that we believe have really resulted into us not getting a divorce.
Yeah, how to not get a divorce.
Man, oh man, I mean, we were close, guys. I want you to know it was closer than I even want to admit, and I think that a lot of marriages face those moments and then they don't really talk about it, but we like to talk about it because we want everybody to learn and have a flourishing marriage. Cuff us for being provocative. So what do you think? What would you say is your biggest takeaway just overall, and then we can kind of get into some of the other tools that have helped us?
Well, I nudged on it. I guess in the short, it's a game. I think marriage can be a game of who's going to be selfless first, and I know that that's the biggest one. And then also, I'm fully convinced there's no convincing me otherwise, especially after now being married 3 years, that each of us have a ring of keys. And the ironic, funny part about it is none of those keys, metaphorically, open gates and doors for you. They actually are for the other person. Yeah. So it occurred to me, wow, I have this lifetime of experiences and tools, and I think they're all for her.
Yeah, I think that just to kind of further explain what we mean by keys is different skill sets that each of us have that maybe the other doesn't, right? So I think that Corey has just such wisdom. He's able to really balance emotions. I am a female. Sometimes I get very moody.
You're also an Aquarius.
And I'm also an Aquarius. But truly though, he's able to kind of be very wise in certain situations where I am just kind of like thinking of the room and thinking more. I just get overstressed easily about certain situations, whether it's finances or this or that, and he like helps bring me back. He's like kind of like my North Star, and he just helps me guide back to that center point, right?
Homeostasis.
So that's what I mean by keys. And then I could be sometimes better in maybe crystallizing information. So
packaging queen.
Corey tends to be a little bit long-winded and has really big ideas. I love you. But he will talk
long-winded like a monk would be long-winded.
Yeah, like he could talk about an idea and it would be very, very long, right? And to get there, it takes longer, but I can condense it down and crystallize it,
Oh, my
put it
husband's
together.
trying to say it's this.
Yeah. So certain people will go, Lynette, what is it exactly? And then I'll crystallize it. So again, these are all learning things. And at first, again, when you're coming from, you know, single life, obviously, and just realizing that you're very capable on your own, it's very hard to trust. Yeah, we're passing an accident right now. Oh man.
It can be so traumatic and chaotic. Car accidents can be so traumatic and chaotic. My heart always
I know, I hate car accidents. I hate that feeling. But all that to say, so that's like one thing that we've learned is just realizing that that person is the yin to your yang, and they can really, really help you rather than hurt you. So just trusting, learning to trust, really learning to call out, give it language, and be like, wow, you're actually really good at this. Putting it out on paper as an exercise together is really helpful. But really what it comes down to is, for me, the word, and I posted this on Instagram earlier and I kind of elaborated, but to me is servanthood. So in marriage, if you are not able to see where you can serve that other person, it can be simple things, you guys. I don't know if you guys saw that Prince EA video that we were a part of. It has like now 100 million views collectively across all social media. If you haven't seen it, I will link it in the description box below. He did a really great job of like packaging a beautiful video talking about how marriage is really about attention. And that is servanthood though. That is thinking outside of yourself and going, oh, I know that my husband really likes to fill in the blank, or I know that my partner, maybe not just your husband, you know, this is how you get to marriage. Serving that other person in ways, thinking about the things that really light them up, and continuing to make forward actions to, you know, make that a reality for them. So I think servanthood, some people like give me weird looks when I say that, because I go, oh, you have such a servant's heart. If you don't realize at this point,
where it's at.
Yeah, like we need to serve the world, y'all. The world is really tough right now. So if we can't learn to come from a place of realizing what we can offer instead of what we can get, and be takers,
all about what you can share.
Oh man, I would really, really check your heart, because that's what this whole thing is about. Not just marriage, it's about life.
It's about what you can give, about what you can share, not about what you can get or what you can take.
So if you can find work that offers that, whether it's you guys, you need to know that even like doing hair, doing makeup, that is a service. They call it the service industry. You are offering something of yourself, a skill set that is going to light someone else up, or really, you know, afford them something that they're not able to do. So a skill set, that is a service. Being a server at a restaurant is a
hospitality
service.
too, right?
Hospitality. You know, with your music skill set, serving another vessel to go, hey, let me coach you through how to write this song.
I'm in the blessing business. I'm in the business of blessing people.
So think about that in your lines of work too, because there is something about that. I think that we're all created to really serve in whatever capacity. And so if you can find work that does that, typically, I mean, look at the whole medical industry, that's servanthood. So sometimes I think that people don't really fully get what I mean by that, so I just wanted to share a little bit more. But yeah, a couple other things that have really helped us that I think a lot of people don't want to reach out and ask for help. We're not going straight to his house. You need to go back that way.
Okay.
So a couple things that have helped us are workshops. So, and books too, but there have been
resources,
hugely helpful resources, and I wanted to do this video so I could link a couple below that I really believe in. A special book that a couple friends of ours wrote, and it's just literally just questions. It's a full book of questions, and that's really where it's at.
That's my love language.
That is his love language.
Love language is questions.
What would you say is the reason, if you could can distill it down, of like why questions are pretty much the answer?
Well, because I'm wearing my etymology hat, I'll stay in character. Look at the root word of quest, ion. If you look at the word eon, I-O-N, it just basically means when something becomes like kinetic energy, like an eon, just when something becomes like power. So if you combine that with a quest, like I just think that's fun. Quest, eon. So we're like, what quest are you on? What question are you asking yourself? My mentor put it this way, and I call it an alpha quest. Questions are not made, alpha quests are not made to like, you get the answer right now. It's a gift. So he'd say, what is the question we need to be asking of our own selves in order to evoke and provoke the change that we seek?
Right.
The change that we all seek. So that in and of itself is a question to consider for a lifetime. So I think it's when you're letting someone in your mind with a question, on the receiving end of a question, the reason why I say questions are gifts, because you just got a launch into someone's curiosity.
I don't think you can turn here, honey.
You can't?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Where are you gonna turn into?
Where that truck was going.
Nope.
You see where that?
Oh, you
see
can
where the
turn
trucks
into
are going?
here?
You see where those cars are
they're
driving
just
right there?
cutting off. See, this is welcome to LA traffic.
Yeah.
Being
so when
married.
it turns green and they go past us and there's no cars driving in our way, we'll be able to turn like where that van went, for example.
Okay.
Thank you for helping me drive.
I haven't seen anyone turn in that lane.
I really appreciate you helping me drive. With all my heart and with all my passion.
Driving in LA is really, really interesting.
I would never call you.
That's why we have this. Another helpful thing, an essential oil diffuser for your car.
I would never call you an annoying backseat driver, ever.
Yeah, right.
I thank you for your help.
See, learning those kinds of things. No, that is helpful. No, and asking your partner questions instead of just assuming, you're going to get the goods sooner. Yeah. So I think this book I would highly recommend. I will link it, like I said. And then a workshop that I recommend is from some dear friends of ours, Kelly and Rudy. They have a workshop called Conscious Partnership. And they do coaching. They do online coaching, so this is anywhere. You don't have to be based here in LA, but if you are, you can come to their workshop in person, and that has been incredibly helpful. So, I mean, really, like I say, you guys have heard me say this if you follow me on Instagram, do the work inside yourself that only you can do, right? So we're all on this journey to wholeness, and if you can really heal your heart from all of the prior, we all came from some sort of trauma, whether it's prior relationships, our family dynamics, you name it. We've all come from some sort of trauma. So if you can heal that in yourself, your partner's not going to do it for you. So we're all just little kids that have grown into bigger bodies. So you've got to heal your heart fully in order to create a really wholesome relationship. And we learned that the hard way. And so I always recommend, while you're single, while you're young, dig, do a lot of inner work, because you don't want to bring that mess to the table with another individual. So that is our biggest learning lesson of just, man, I mean, he always would tell me too, he's like, Lynn, do the work, discipline yourself, learn how to meditate, learn how to calm your spirit, because when in the eye of the storm, things can get really volatile, and if you're not able to make a really quick decision in the midst of all of that, it's just wasted energy and wasted time. So those are a couple things. We are still majorly in process, just so you guys know. We're not coming here saying, oh my gosh, we've got it all figured out after 3 years. Absolutely not. But I do say, with, you know, full transparency, I'm like, we are in a really healthy place, and that's why we would love to continue to share with you guys. And I love you. But I want all of you guys to cultivate and nurture beautiful relationships, because we all need it. This is what it's all about, guys.
This is what it's all about.
So if you can find someone who will love you through the mess,
I asked God,
all the better.
Remember, you can ask God whatever you want. So when I got married, I said, God, will you give me a vision? God speaks to me in visions. It's my love language between me and God. And I said, will you give me a picture of marriage? And it was this.
Hand in hand.
Whether metaphorically or literally in every way, it was hand in hand, side by side, shoulder to shoulder, walking together. I didn't care where we were going. It didn't matter. I was just like, I just know I want to experience everything life has to offer to my full potential with my partner, which is you. And I'm so grateful it's you.
I'm
supposed to be. It was destiny. You're my destiny. You're my dream come true. Hashtag dream come true.
Yes.
That's what marriage can be.
Yes.
That's what it's destined to be.
It's a lot of work though.
It's
not, it's like we say that, you know, again, coming out of what you guys already know, you guys have kind of been a part of watching, you know, the difficult moments. And that's why I share those, because I see a lot of couples and I'm like, okay, y'all are real cute and you guys have the cutest Instagram photos.
Don't play any games.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, but how did you get there? You know? And so for whatever reason, God blessed both of us with an open heart to want to share, and I'm really grateful for that, because it would be really, really lonely if I was the only one who wanted to share. But He's right there with me and wanting to share.
Be honest. Everyone just be
honest. Like, no one cares.
Be open. You don't know what blessing you're robbing from someone by you just like withholding and like sabotaging. Like
withholding. That's the word.
Do you want to go to Thai?
No, I want to go to that Greek restaurant.
Oh, right. You said that.
Yeah, we're just driving around right now at this point.
I'm just moseying around in the Tucson. By the way, someone asked where we got this from.
Yeah, I'll link it. I'll link it below. I'll link it below. It's from Amazon, but I will link it below, the little essential oil diffuser.
Yeah, thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Or broadcast or archive from the past in through the present into your present.
Yes.
From the future.
No. We're not gonna keep going into that. Okay, I love you.
Technically.
I love you guys. Thank you so much. Ask us questions. We'll do a more proper video maybe, but we'd love to know specific questions. I just want to jump on just because I think it's fun to sporadically do that. But send questions below. Maybe we can do a proper thing and maybe give advice to specific situations. I really like to do that. Specificity. Because maybe we can be kind of a guiding light and give a little bit more specific advice in a specific way.
Low-level question, low-level response. Yeah. High-level question, high-level response.
Yes. It can be as specific as you want, whether it's about our story, about your story, and we would love to be able to offer that to you guys. So we love you. We love you. We are up to some really great things that eventually we'll be able to share. I know I say that, but that's just how God works. He works in mysterious ways. So things are all happening. He found a restaurant he wants to go to. We're not going there. I love you guys, and I will see you really soon. Be a blessing. Affirm one another.
Be a blessing.
Share. That's one thing that we've learned. Affirming one another. Say things that you think to their face. It's really, really good.
And put the firm in the affirmation too. Like, make it specific. Don't just make it loose.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, you guys. We will talk to you soon. Have a blessed day. Bye.
Love you.